hit that like button. So right here, this Latino gets hit with a reality check. They was talking about you guys are slazy. There's no racism in America. No racism. You lazy. No more money for you. You remember that, right? I remember that. They was trying to lock and be in co-side with the supremacist class. And Lord, did they get a wake-up call with the heavy deportation of a large demographic being the Hispanic community. You see what I'm saying? They're now singing a different tune. So let's get into it. Hit that like button.
With the Black community. I've never been able to do that before because I would hear them say things like, oh, we walk down the street and we get profiled and, cops will just suddenly stop and frisk or whatever just because of the color of skin. And I always thought like, it's a little bit of a stretch. It feels like a little bit of a stretch.
You already said, let's run back.
And, because I would hear them say things like, oh, with the Black community.
Talking about. Let's go check that out.
Just a little
I
bit.
can empathize and sympathize with the Black community. I've never been able to do that before because I would hear them say things like, oh, we walk down the street and we get profiled and, cops will just suddenly stop and frisk or whatever just because of the color of skin. And I always thought like, it's a little bit of a stretch. It feels like a little bit of a stretch. That person must be doing something, right? And obviously, I've never experienced that before. I've never felt that way before and stuff. And so I always thought like, ignorantly, by the way, on my part, thinking like, I think you guys are, because I'm brown, I've never felt that and stuff like that. I'm also a minority. But now, for thus, it wasn't the cops. Cops aren't just randomly go and checking in the past. But now it's our turn, right? Now we feel it. Now we feel like, crap, can I just go down the street? Do I need my paper? It's like, why are you stopping me? I'm a U.S. citizen. We're not doing anything wrong. And now we're being persecuted. And so now I'm thinking like, crap, this is what the Black community meant, and I kind of feel bad. Well, I don't kind of feel. I feel bad because I never really could understand where they were coming from or where you guys were coming from.
So this is a lot to take in. For those that's running it back, I'm gonna run it back just a little bit because it's really a lot to take in. A lot of these guys are now going to be doubling down and backtracking and, oh, you guys are right. You was right all along. We should be a Black and brown coalition, Black and brown unity. No, we're delineating and it's destroying your process. The power of being on code and the power of delineating is so strong. I don't think we realize how strong that is, family. You understand me? I don't think people realize how powerful that really is. Now, so I'm gonna let y'all listen to this Latino for those that are just coming in. If y'all just coming in the building, family, I do need y'all to hit that like button, thumb up the video, and support the channel. And I do need y'all to share the live stream. All right. So let's get right into it, though.
I've never been able to do that before because I would hear them say things like, oh, we walk down the street and we get profiled and, cops will just suddenly stop and frisk or whatever just because of the color of skin. And I always thought like, it's a little bit of a stretch. It feels like a little bit of a stretch. That person must be doing something, right? And obviously, I've never experienced that before. I've never felt that way before and stuff. And so I always thought like, ignorantly, by the way, on my part, thinking like, I think you guys are, because I'm brown, I've never felt that and stuff like that. I'm also a minority. But now, for thus, it wasn't the cops. Cops aren't just randomly go and checking in the past. But now it's our turn, right? Now we feel it. Now we feel like, crap, can I just go down the street? Do I need my paper? It's like, why are you stopping me? I'm a U.S. citizen. We're not doing anything wrong. And now we're being persecuted. And so now I'm thinking like, crap, this is what the Black community meant, and I kind of feel bad. Well, I don't kind of feel. I feel bad because I never really could understand where they were coming from or where you guys were coming from. But I can assure you that now that it's here with us too, it's like, crap. I honestly, legitimately didn't think it was real. But it's real as hell. And it's obviously minority groups that are targeted and persecuted pretty much. And it's right now with us is because we're brown. You guys have had your turn when, cops were just in bigger cities, urban areas, stopping disproportionately, the Black community and stuff. And I just want to say, like, I guess now I understand. I think moving forward, there's going to be a little bit more unity because we now can see where you guys are coming from. Well, at least I can, And so, yeah, guys, I just want to say sorry for being ignorant before, but I hope this unites all communities, not just minorities, and call out things for what they are, regardless of the race.
Well. You see what delineation has produced, ladies and gentlemen. Just when we decided to stay out the way.
It's going to continue to be like that. Delineation is a huge thing that our people is pushing now. We're separating ourselves. We're gatekeeping our culture. We're protecting our lineage, and we're exploring genealogy. And so with that, we're going to be packed in with a lot of inventions, a lot of innovations, and a lot of cultural aspects that a lot of ethnic groups and tethers and immigrants are borrowing that is individually created by us. And this is the point about delineating. And we have to be on code. And this is why in the title that I got, the power of being on code is very crucial and key.
Stay in our house, mind our business. We taking vacations, or actually going to be getting ready for our kids to go back to school. Delineation has opened the eyes of many people. And this is what they really didn't want to see. They listen, no matter what he said, he knew good and well that they were racially targeting Black people, because people's in his community, there were cops was doing it to Black people too. Okay. So you cannot just say, oh, I never understood. No, a lot of you understood. Let's say maybe he didn't. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But a lot of people all over knew how Black people being treated. Stop and frisk, beating Black people, shooting Black people dead. Everybody seeing that. You understand? Yes, the police is pulling you over and messing with you now, but the police still haven't treated none of y'all, especially ICE, have not treated y'all like Philando Castile. I have not seen one incident of ICE doing that to anybody. You understand what I'm saying? I haven't seen one incident of any ICE officer treating you like Eric Garner. Didn't see that. I haven't seen no incidents. They entering the wrong house and shooting people like they did Botham Jean. And he's a Caribbean brother, but still, don't matter. I haven't seen them do any of that stuff to y'all, right? So yes, you're getting harassed. Yes, you're being profiled. Yes, don't feel good, do it. That you're not doing anything and they just messing with you. See, this is the problem. You other groups, if you would have done what our previous civil rights leaders wanted and actually would have went on a true quote unquote coalition, y'all wouldn't be dealing with this right now. But see, what the problem is that a lot of you aren't forward thinking, right? You're not thinking, so you know what? I'm going to join with them because in the future, this could happen to me. But no, you believe what them folks told you. You believe you just work hard and be such a hard worker, right? And they clapping for you. Oh, you're such a hard worker.
Royal Bloodline, good to see you in here, family. Salute, salute. Salute, salute.
Hard work does not save you in the system of white supremacy. It don't save you. Because Black folks worked hard, and the only time we became lazy is when we start saying, no, you're going to pay me for my work, and you're going to pay me the right way. I'm not working for free. They'll tell you all day, oh, you're such a hard worker. They'll clap for you. They say, oh, you work so hard more than those Black people. Because they don't want to pay you. So they'll stroke your ego. They great at stroking your ego to get what they want. They're good at that. And unfortunately, some of you, that's all you need is for them to stroke your ego. And that's what happened to a lot of people in your community, sir. They were doing your community wrong the whole time. They weren't paying your community right. Some people will go work on these farms or whatever. Then when they want to get their pay, they'll call ICE on them and get them deported and don't have to pay them. This things they were doing in your community way before Trump and all this mass deportations. And y'all still didn't say nothing. So what I'm saying is this. Okay, you starting to see, but you haven't seen enough. So this is why delineation movement has to continue, and has to continue until further notice. I think it needs to continue indefinitely because this is not enough time. People need to experience years and decades of how this system really is before they fully get it. Maybe he gets it now, but enough people don't get it. Because when enough people get it, they're going to come right to FBAs, just like he's saying in this video, and say, hey, man, see, we don't have to do nothing right now. The era of us fighting for everybody is over. That's done. That's done. We are in the era of self-preservation. We are in the era of fixing our own communities. We're on the era, if we're going to fight for us. Period. That's the era that we're in. We're not getting off our couches. We're not doing nothing for nobody. We've done enough. It's no different than the Bible time. How many times that God has sent prophets and to warn and to fight and do everything for the people. And every time the people don't listen, they have a hardened heart until things start coming down on like, oh, now I see what the prophet was saying. But it's too late at that point. God tried to warn you for a long time. Have you other groups ever thought that God was trying to save you from this day? Have you ever thought of that? He ever thought that for at least since the 1980s that I know, since the 1980s all the way up to now, God was giving you a grace to join his people, and you chose not to because a lot of you didn't want to join black people because of your anti-black racism? Have you ever thought about that? Because I'm gonna tell you this much. Black leaders wanted to join more with Latinos than they wanted to join with Caribbeans and Africans. That's the truth. They would always say black and brown, black and brown. They never say black and African. They never said Caribbean. They never said any of that. Hey, the diaspora. They always wanted to join with Latinos. They never even said Asians like that. They always said Latinos. So y'all really don't have an excuse for the anti-black racism that's in y'all community that is running around. You don't have an excuse. And I'm not saying he's a part of it. I'm not accusing him of anything. We're just talking about what happens in Latin America and also what they brought up here with them. Because that's the only reason white folks allowed them to come, because they already knew they have anti-black racism in their homeland. That's why they let them come up here. No matter what people say about African and Caribbean immigrants, they don't let them come in the amount of numbers as people that come from Latin America. And the black people who are Latin, right? They don't let them come up here. But see, the problem was, they miscalculated the white folks. They miscalculated that the Latinos was going to stay underneath them. See, the Latinos numbers are swelling pretty big, and white folks is not. And they see the way Latinos move, say, wait a minute, when they get numbers, they like F them white people. We don't like them either. And they know that. That's why they're trying to.
A lot of people know that. You see what I'm saying? But hold on. I want to get into the next clip that I got lined up, because this is even crucial. A lot of people, this ain't the only sentiment from just the Hispanic. A lot of these immigrants are now backtracking on a lot of their word. That's what I'm saying. That's hold on just a second, y'all. I need y'all to hit that like button. I need y'all to hit that like button. What we doing? We got 83 people up in the building. Drop those fire emojis if you Aboriginal FBA. I see I got my brother Dreamer Wakes in the building. What's the word, gang? Wild Raven, Keith Lamont, Big Chief, Roger, Royal Bloodline, Anthony No. What's the word? Steven, UK, Smoke Signal, Open the Knowledge, Big Chief All American. Okay, I see y'all up in the building. Bronze Flat Power, Chief 18, Corbin Crowns, OTK, L'Oreal, Jai Young, Mother Dragon. All right. We got the squad up in the building, man. We got the Squizard up in the building. I need all my Aboriginal FBA family to drop those fire emojis, y'all, in the building. If y'all ready to get right up, back up into it, y'all know the vibes. Hit that like button, thumb up the video, and let's.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. Then the blood and be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Okay, since I'm Mexican, this one is only going to work for Mexicans. So, what are the bullshit excuses that non-Black Mexicans always give you when they're saying the N-word and you call them out? Like, my Black friend doesn't care if I say it. I said the A version, not the ER version. Okay, pues, okay. I want you to look at that Mexican in their face, and because I'm your Mexican friend now, okay, I'm giving you permission to say this. Look them in their face and call them a Bina. No. Not the ER version. Not the ER version. What up, my Bina? Oh, you don't like it. Oh, okay. But I said the A version. I didn't say the ER version. Because why is it that Black people are the only ones that have to put up with other races taking and using their slurs as slang? Why are you fighting so hard, tooth and nail, to try and say the slang version of a slur? Ask yourself that shit. Oh, because like we grew up together, like I grew up around like a lot of Black people. You're like 30, dude. The history of that word goes way longer than however you've been alive, how much ever that is. Even if your Black friend gave you permission, that's one Black friend out of every other Black person in this country. Far more Black people are offended by that statement coming out of your non-Black ass mouth than your one friend.
I understand what she is saying, but I don't really believe that's the solution to call them a name. I just believe that we just need to kind of just continue doing what we're doing, delineating, minding our business, only focusing on our community, our problems. And that's just it. Because this is the thing. Tit for tat don't get you nowhere. It really don't, right? And it's a waste of time for us as FBAs. It's just a complete waste of time. The best teacher for people is life. Sometimes you have to let life deal with people. Just like the last podcast we made. And the Latino gentleman say, oh, I didn't understand the whole time what FBA was saying about racial profiling. He thought we were just making it up. He thought that we must have did something until now his community is dealing with racial profiling, right? So you look at this situation, the Mexican OTs of the world, I'm going to say it and all that, you know what I'm saying? And all the fat Joes, what you going to do about it? And okay, all right. Well, we're gonna show you what we're gonna do about it much more than tell you. And sometimes just sitting things out and just watching from the, open up your curtain and looking out there, say, oh, well, that looks kind of familiar, or whatever. Help me, FBAs. I'm watching you. I see you looking through the window. No, because remember, you didn't check Fat Joe. You didn't check Mexican OT. You didn't check him. Talking about you gonna say it. You don't care. And it's the truth. Why do you want to say something that has nothing to do with your culture? Nothing to do with it. Y'all have your own sayings, your own words for each other. But yet you want to try to say the things that we say. That doesn't even make sense. And to me, it's kind of weird. We as Black Americans, we're not looking to say any word of any culture to each other. Because first of all, it don't even relate to our culture. And I understand our culture is fly. I understand our culture is just what it is. Everybody want to be a part of it. But certain things you can't just be a part of. And that's one of them. Because that word has an attachment to our people for a very, very long time, definitely in a negative way. And anybody outside of our community saying it's going to be viewed as negative. Now, like she said, one Black friend may be cool with it, but your Black friend is an idiot. And your Black friend setting you up for a problem. If I'm your friend, I'm not going to set you up for a problem. Because I don't care if I'm cool with it. There's going to be a lot of Black people that won't be cool with it. So when you get in front of those Black people and you say that, what kind of friend am I not going to school you? I'm like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Nah, don't do that. You go to certain locations, that's going to really be a problem. It's going to be viewed as disrespect. And you don't want to even get involved with that, bro. And that's it. I'm a firm believer of this. If you call people by the name their mama gave them or the nickname they want to be called, you keep yourself out of a lot of problems. Because I don't know no Black person in America Their name isn't Ninja. It's not. Okay? It's not. So if you call people what their mama named them, it will keep you out of a lot of trouble. Well, black people say, well, look, every group say things within their community that they don't want other people saying. And it's not for me to be arguing about where they do it. Like, okay, if they jump out the old school thing, if they go and like the old school say, jump out the bridge, you do it too. Like, it's that sort of thing. You know, you can't do everything somebody else doing. Why do you even want to do something that somebody else is doing? The fact is, you're not part of this culture. You have to go through some things to even be part of this culture, and you're not even willing to go through it, and not even willing to even want to. You didn't even want a coalition, and even if you had a coalition, you still can't be saying it, bro. You can't, because it's just disrespect. And no black person needs to allow that. Any black person say, "Well, it's cool. I ain't got no problem with it." Then you dumb. You're an idiot.
I agree,
because you couldn't go in their culture and go say something disrespectful. It'll be a problem. Because they respect themselves and they respect their culture, and I expect them to. We need to respect ourselves and culture. Nobody should be saying that word to us. Nobody. Not on no quote unquote term of endearment. I don't even like when we say it to each other. But that's a different conversation with that we have in our own community. But when it comes to outsiders, foreigners, no. I don't even like to hear Africans say it. Because to me, it don't even hit right when Africans say it. I remember I was in South Africa and I heard them saying that, trying to talk to me like that. I'm like, what you say, bro? So he repeated, ninja or whatever. And I'm like, bro, I told him, say, it don't even hit right when you say it. It's like, it just don't even hit right. It sounds like, and I know a lot of South Africans like using that word. Look, South Africans, listen to me. It just don't even hit right when y'all say it because the accent don't even sound right when you say it. I'm just keeping it on.
None of these people should be saying it. Hell, some of our own people don't even believe that we should be saying it. And that's a whole different argument for a whole nother day. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, it's just not these Hispanics that's trying to, and Aboriginals take up or understand the gripe, you know what I'm saying? So it's not just Hispanics. There's a lot of other different communities that are getting involved in this type of conversations. So we're gonna play some other immigrant groups that have similar sentiments. If y'all ready to get into it, drop those fire emojis, thumb up the video, and support the channel. It's your brother, Big Aboriginal Power. Let's go.
He's on the train, on the train, on the train, on the train, on the train.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Right the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm on bomb. I'ma leave it.
If only this reached the consensus of all African and Caribbeans, everybody from Jamaica, Trinidad, Haiti, and Africa. If this meet your consent, since the Black American want to go to war, let's try, let's see. All of us that call out one day from work, all of us across the United States, all immigrants call out from work. Yes. If they want to go to war, let's see what they can prove. And also, all immigrants, like your businesses from all Black Americans, simple as that. Don't let them go into your grocery store. Don't let them go in.
How you gonna lock down something in our land? Don't let the Black Americans come to your grocery store. Do y'all hear this African tether? She needs to be on the next thing smoking to Ghana. She got a Congolese face. You understand me? These women are hideous. They are jealous. And this is the vitriol and envy that these people show behind the scene. So this is the disdain that we have been elaborating and talking about for the last few years. This is why we're delineating from these other groups, especially these tether groups. All right.
everybody from Jamaica, Trinidad, Haiti, and Africa. If this meet your consent, since the Black American want to go to war, let's try, let's see. All of us that call out one day from work, all of us across the United States, all immigrants call out from work. Yes. If they want to go to war, let's see what they can prove. And also, all immigrants, like your businesses from all Black Americans, simple as that. Don't let them go into your grocery store. Don't let them go into your restaurant. Don't let them go into your salon. You want to go to war? We will. And also, we can ask all our African doctors, boycott all Black American treatment. Like I said, you don't want to go to war with African. Trust me. We are 54 freaking country. The population of African in the United States is more than your Black American population. Just so you know. That's the reason why 64% of the Democratic vote is immigrant. And out of that 64, 54 is Black. So Black America, you don't want to go to war with us. At this point, I don't care if you're a Democrat or if you're a Republican, because the stupid Black.
Oh, you want to go to war? See, that's what I'm talking about. A tether talking too much, hyping themselves up to get fucked up by the mighty Americans. Do you not know that Chinese people come in with sticks and beat the shit out of y'all in your own country and y'all don't do nothing? And you think you're going to come over here with us when the American government spend billions of dollars on weapons and tools and other things to control and patrol our communities, family? You think we're going to allow some dusty, musty, big stomach tethers come over here and do anything? Think about it. Impossible.
It's immigrant. And out of that 64, 54 is Black. So Black America, you don't want to go to war with us. At this point, I don't care if you're a Democrat or if you're a Republican, because the stupid Black Republicans that are being controlled by the white tea brought this up. And it seems to be that some of you on the Democratic Party side are also getting along. So you want to pick that fight? We can do so. Yeah, we can ask our 54% tea.
Run that back.
54 is Black. So Black America, you don't want to go to war with us. At this point, I don't care if you're a Democrat or if you're a Republican, because the stupid Black Republicans that are being controlled by the white tea brought this up. And it seems to be that some of you on the Democratic Party side are also getting along. So you want to pick that fight? We can do so. Yeah, we can ask our 54% vote to boycott the coming elections. Oh, yes, I can guarantee you when we boycott.
First of all, you ugly as shit. First of all, you ugly as shit. Real rap, bro. We know that the inside of that cap stank. And you sitting here worrying about us when you fled your little dirty ass homeland, where those 54 countries are fighting with each other. Y'all think y'all going to unify to come against us? Do you think you're going to come into a business? You can do not allow the Berkeley American to come into a shops, a salons. Nobody's coming to that funky ass salon, lady. I've been telling our people stop going to the Africans, getting y'all little hair done. Fuck them funky ass Africans. Excuse my French this morning. Excuse my French. You see what I'm saying? We never needed it. Y'all don't bring nothing to the table besides give me. And now that we're delineating, which we're not hurting you guys, we're not attacking you guys. This is all you see online is these Africans coming at us and we're responding to them. We are not violently doing anything to you. We're not harming you guys. We're not stopping you guys from economics. We're just not helping you. And now we're not helping you. It becomes an issue. See, delineating caused disruption amongst tether groups. Okay. Delineation causes disruption amongst these tether groups. And this is why it's so critical for us to be on code, because it's so much power in us being on code. And I shout out to the family that is on code with delineating, understanding that these immigrants and these tether classes are not with us. We're not helping them. We're not fighting a fight. We're not getting involved with their gripe. You see what I'm saying? And I speak on behalf of the Aboriginal American community. Our FBA brothers and sisters got to understand that we're not even genetically immigrantized. So all that African genetics, we got to do away with that too. And I got the scientific evidence to break down on that. You know what I'm saying? If you genetically African, then somewhere in your genetics, you should have the taste for a hippo burger or a mosquito dog. You ever seen a mosquito dog? Yeah, a buffalo hyena hoof. You see, when you will have the acquired taste for that because it's in your genetics. You know what I'm saying? When you smell it, it'll unlock something that you didn't know. So all this little African genetic stuff, we got to throw that out the window. Shout out to my FBA, our Aboriginal family. We're gonna continue to cook a little bit. Share this live stream. I do need y'all to do something for me real quick. We got over 99 people in this chat right now. Can I get each and every one of you guys to share the live stream? And I need each and every one of you guys to hit the like button. 61 likes, 99 people. That's diabolical. You see what I'm saying? We should at least have a gang of people hitting that like button. Unless y'all just tethers, unless there's some tethers in here that I understand.
Our 54% vote to boycott the coming elections. Oh, yes, I can guarantee you, when we boycott it, you will have no seat. Don't play with us. We are calm. We don't intend to insult nobody. We don't look down on anybody. You went through pain. We went through pain. Yes, you went through slavery. We went through slavery in our own house.
Yeah, but you fled, stupid. You fled. We stayed. You ain't build nothing that are worth going back to. We built everything that you are fleeing to come to. It's a difference. It's a difference. You can't say we went through the same stuff. You didn't go through having your cities and one of the biggest industries built up and then took from a coup, protected by the judicial system that stands today. You didn't create all these inventions around the world that people use, and now other people are getting accredited for it in the economic stability from it. You're not the people that have fought for a group of immigrants and tethers, hoping that we will be in coalition. And when they come over here, they give you they ass the kiss. Nigga, we not them. You see what I'm saying? So we're delineating as Aboriginal American people, aka FBAs. No, we're not the same. This is our land. We're from here. We never fled. You guys flee at alarming numbers. And now that our voice has been vocal on immigration, our voices move the pendulum. You know what I'm saying? Immigration is in full effect, and deportation is in full effect. You guys are being deported in America at alarming numbers, more numbers than we have seen within the last 50 years. You understand me? We are delineating for the first time in history from you guys. We're no longer having any attachment. There's no longer a diaspora, this Afro Pan-African diaspora. As a matter of fact, we're going against the Pan-African diaspora. It's been one of the weakest attributes that has been introduced into our community. It has been the downfall and the opening of the gates of all immigrants especially black ones, to come in to take hold of your shit as we all in it together. And they have given you they ass to kiss, and you continue to be a bootlicker. This is why they're hurting. This is why they're disrupted. This is why their movement is being destroyed because of delineation. Delineation has destroyed the immigrant movement, family, and the power that they thought they was doing, because the only power they had was being attached to the plug. You understand what I'm saying? Which has happened to be the Aboriginal FBA family. Okay? They can't get around that. That is impossible to get around. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Let's go. Let's finish cooking.
But we decided in Africa that we're going to put the past behind. We're going to fight for a better Africa.
Now, first of all, I just okay, all right. This woman here, no one has ever talked like her, talking about going to war. Okay, the people who are saying this about they don't want to deal with African businesses or restaurants, what they're saying is they're not going to just patronize it, right? There's no war. They just say it's not going to patronize it. At the end of the day, whether I agree with that or not, it's their money, their choice. That's any of us. Your money, your choice. I'm not getting no more in the weeds with that. But when let's talk about what you're saying. Now you escalating it and talking about war. Ma'am, you would not be talking about war with Black Americans. Let's keep it at 100. If you got that much of an issue, then ma'am, you talked about fighting for Africa. You can't fight for Africa here. Sorry. You fled here. If you're going to fight for Africa, you got to be in Africa. Every person fighting for Africa live there. They're there. With all the issues, concerns, problems, they fighting through it because they're fighting for Africa. So you can't mention about fighting for Africa at all. Okay, I don't even want to get it out your mouth. That's number one. Number two, maybe in your country they don't have these laws, but we have anti-discrimination laws. No one can be targeted based on their race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, religion, disability status. No, nobody. You can't discriminate. Basically, you can't discriminate with having a public and open business. You just can't. If you do that, then lawsuits can be filed against you to the point that you would be out of business. You're instructing African doctors that may have patients that are FBA. You're instructing them to reject them or
But don't come into a business and like shop. Nigga, we not shopping over there on Canal Street. We not walking to no African business. I don't know the last time I've seen a nigga pull up on me and be like, man, I just got this African plate, man. I got some Nguzi soup with some fufu. I don't know the last time I seen somebody pull up on me and do such things like that. You see what I'm saying? People don't really get down on stuff like that. People don't usually get down with stuff like that. Like, that's weird.
Whatever the case may be. That doctor can also get in trouble for being discriminatory. If they do certain things against the state with that, they can lose their medical license. And you're not going to go pay those doctors a dime for all the hard work they did in residency and school and coming over here as an immigrant. You're not going to pay for them to do anything. So I think that was really dumb. Or they're a nurse or whatever. Why would somebody risk their license for you? Doctors and nurses, they got real careers. They're not sitting online worrying about what people are talking about because they're trying to save lives. But then you got to a point that you said that, well, basically, we haven't moved on from the past. If you want to say it like that y'all have moved on. First and foremost, let's talk about the difference between us and America.
Let's talk about a third world country and one of the top-notch countries in the world. And the reason America is considered top-notch is not because Africans are here, because Africans are all over the Eastern Hemisphere, and none of those places are top-notch. The reason America is top-notch is because we built it. They keep talking about you Black Americans are lazy. You want to go to war with us? And that's immigrants, bro. Let's just be clear. Y'all some of the laziest people I've ever seen in my life. Y'all literally poop in the street at alarming numbers. For those that don't believe me, stop what I'm doing. Go to your Google, type in African public defecation. It's going to pop up. It's going to tell you the full breakdown on how roughly around 17 million people in Nigeria alone is practicing open defecation. That means pooping on the street, coming out the courthouse, pooping, coming out the surgery office, pooping. They can just doo-doo anywhere they want. They can just doo-doo anywhere they want.
And the African continent. It's easy to say that you moved on from the past when the colonizer is not living there with you and being in the midst of you directly every day. Now, the colonizer runs you from a distance. Now he does, but he's not with you.
We got a gang of people in here listeners, man. Let's get everybody to give me a quick share real quick. Let's give everybody to give me a quick share real quick in the building. Let's get a few people to give us a quick share. Shout out to everybody in the building. I do appreciate y'all for coming through. Salute to y'all. Do appreciate y'all. Let's get a few people to support the channel. Shout out to my brother Roger W for putting that Cash App information at the top of the live chat. All right. So yeah, drop them fire emojis if my audio is cool too. We want to make sure that my audio is cool. Shout out to Dion and Black Indian Immigrated for the support in the channel. Shout out to my brother Bright Mo and shout out to Black Indian for supporting the channel. Don't let them be the only two. I think they supported the last channel when we were discussing the T Grizzly conversation. But y'all go ahead and support this though. We're gonna rock on back out and let's get back into it.
Every day. So if you say, well, we moved on, the only reason you can say that is because the colonizers left. They didn't leave, but they left to the point that you don't really see them like that. They are the hidden hand now in your country. They're the hidden hand behind all the politicians that are screwing y'all over, taking your money, not upgrading the place. They got places in the continent of Africa look like it's still stuck in sometimes they're like, whoa, like, how are you living like that? And it's 2025. How? And that's a result of your leaders. Why did you immigrate here? You can't tell me that you were living in the lap of luxury or you were living with great infrastructure, etc., and you left all that to come here to America. Because the Africans that do live like what I'm telling you, they don't want nothing to do with America. They cool where they at. And not every African want to come over to America. Now, I talked to Africans and say they would like to visit, but not live here. They say they happy in the continent of Africa, which they should be. And I respect every brother and sister on that continent, not running from their homeland. They can go visit the world, but they're not running. They're making their life. They're fighting for their country every day. They didn't run. They didn't flee. And I love those brothers and sisters for that. I do. And I respect those brothers and sisters. But somebody like you, see, this is what some South Africans even be talking about. People like you go to South Africa or to America and insert yourself in things you shouldn't be inserting yourself into, right? You want to take a step further, talking about going to war. Ain't nobody, no FBA said that. No FBA said that at all. They now the ones who are talking like that, and that's not all FBAs. That's I'm gonna say it's a minority saying they don't want to spend.
First of all, we don't even want to be attached to this degenerate ass culture. This degenerate culture that they come with, we don't even want to be attached to. I'm going to show y'all some clips that I uploaded the other day on Instagram. But first, let's get into some more immigrants that is now, going back on their word. That was one that was actually standing on, some of that nonsense. But as we commute and get into some more conversation, shout out to everybody that's in the building, though. I do need everybody to hit that like button, support the channel. If y'all ready to get into this next clip, drop a fire emoji. You already know the vibes. Let's go.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Whole foundational Black American conversation. What's the problem? I see my African brothers and sisters getting very offended by this, but I am struggling to understand why, because there is a difference. For example, our ancestors didn't build this bitch. Our ancestors weren't the ones who fought for equality for everyone in this country so that we could immigrate here. Our moms, our dads, our grandparents. Oh, not to mention a lot of those fathers and mothers and grandparents and aunties are racist as hell. Like unambiguously anti-Black racist as all hell. My sisters and I had to beat that shit out of our Ethiopian parents with the quickness. But I can't deny that it was there. We are African Americans in the most literal way one can be. And they are Black Americans, built into the foundation of this country. So foundational Black American, I don't understand what the problem is. How does that negatively impact us? I can't think of one time that my Ethiopian American ass has been subjugated due to a Black American calling themselves foundational. I don't get it.
So that's crucial. Let's play that one more time.
Black American conversation. What's the problem?
Hold on.
I see my African brothers and sisters getting very offended by this, but I am struggling to understand why, because there is a difference. For example, our ancestors didn't build this bitch. Our ancestors weren't the ones who fought for equality for everyone in this country so that we could immigrate here. Our moms, our dads, our grandparents. Oh, not to mention a lot of those fathers and mothers and grandparents and aunties are racist as hell. Like unambiguously.
Right. We ain't gonna say they was racist, but what we will say, like my brother Laurel just said in the chat, they're tribal. They bring that tribalism, divisiveness over here.
Are racist as hell. Like unambiguously anti-Black, racist as all hell. My sisters and I had to beat that shit out of our Ethiopian parents with the quickness.
This is loud to go. Turn y'all motherfucking mics up.
African Americans in the most literal way one can be. And they are Black Americans, built into the foundation of this country. So foundational Black American, I don't understand what the problem is. How does that negatively impact us? I can't think of one time that my Ethiopian American ass has been subjugated due to a Black American calling themselves foundational. I don't get it.
I don't get it neither. I don't think a lot of people get why they feel so attacked when we're saying we're not African, because we're not. And I think a lot of the people are starting to understand that we don't even want to be attached to some of the degenerate culture that's happening. And they try to attach it to Black culture, but it's just degenerate what they do. It's shit that ain't like what we do. So let me show y'all this clip of some degenerate culture of these Africans trying to attach themselves. This is tethering at its finest while also bringing degenerate behavior. Look at this low vibrational shit.
Don't stop, get it. Shake that shit, don't stop, get it.
See, this is the shit that Africans do on their fun time with our culture and music. Nigga, we would have never did no shit like this. What type of freaky baboon shit is this, man? This is degenerate culture. And see, when people watch it, they say, look at these Black people, and it get dumped on us. This is diabolical, and all by all means.
Don't stop, get it. Shake that shit, don't stop, get it.
That's diabolical. You see what I'm saying? When we see shit like that, we look just like that. Like, what the fuck is this, little buddy? Like, no, you're not about to do us like that, man. You're not about to just attach yourself to our culture with this type of degenerate ass shit. You see what I'm saying? And he's not the only one. We even got degenerate tethers and immigrants come over here on a large political scale that pushes degenerate behavior, and guess who it gets dumped on again? It gets dumped on us. For instance, Barack Obama says that every Black male should have a gay friend. What type of agenda pushing is this? Lil Nas Obama.
The most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college.
Oh man, he gave you an A+ for being a queer. See, this is what I'm saying, man. These people be pushing these degenerate ass agendas. Shout out to Dream Walker in the building. Good to see you in here. Peace and blessings. Welcome to the channel. The Aboriginal Power, the Hood Journalists. Y'all know the vibes. Shout out to my FBA Aboriginal family in the building. If y'all in here rocking with the God, drop those fire emojis. Let me know that y'all in here with us. If y'all really rocking, y'all give us a quick share right now on whatever social media outlet of your choice. All right, for those that's listening in on Twitter, y'all give us a quick retweet. Huh? For those that's listening in on Instagram, y'all give us a quick share as well. Shout out to the family. Let's keep this thing going though. Let's go.
Gay as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Yeah.
Right. So that I think is creating that.
See, that just let me know that he gay. He talking about his professor was an icon to him, and he was a person for other gay or non-binary people to look up to. And you just said it was your favorite professor that you looked up to. Boy, you just admitted that you gay. Man, come on, man. Everybody know that that's a transgender, fam. Everybody know that's a transgender, fam. Like, do we gotta go there? I think we gotta wake up, man. Obama been pushing this degenerate ass behavior for some time now. Y'all think we should allow that shit? Huh? Y'all think we should allow it? Yes or no? I need the family to tap in. Let me know. Let's listen to some more of this tether and immigrant behavior that gets dumped on the so-called FBA Aboriginal.
You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Yeah.
Right. So that I think is creating that community. I know it's corny, but one of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Yeah.
Right. So that I think is creating that community. I know it's corny, but one of the most valuable things I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college.
So this is the degenerate shit that I'm talking about. So these people come over here with these little agenda pushing, and then they dump and tether themselves to us. But now that shit's not working because we delineate. So now they sticking out like sore thumbs. They literally sticking out like sore thumbs. And a couple of these people, you know, it's just crazy. And a couple of people are Pan-Africanists are now understanding that they're not even African at all. You know, they're getting a wake-up call. They're traveling out to Ghana. They offer them free citizenship. And boy, oh boy, are they getting a wake-up call of their life. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into that conversation right now. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hit that like button, thumb up the video. Let's go.
Being nasty. Talk about the fact that y'all welcomed us home and how this process looks to me. According to y'all, the ones that of us that were stolen, so let's talk about the process of coming home. We got stolen from our mother, our birth mother and father. 20 years later, we're probably 26 years old now. Our mother finds us and she said, baby, y'all come home. I miss you. Come back home. Get out them streets where they don't love you at and come home. So we drive, take a taxi, however we get to our mother's address, we get there. But before she let us come through the door, she says, oh, welcome home. But before you come in, can you pay me $300 to enter the door? That's the visa to come home. So, okay, we happy to be home. So we paid $300 to our mother to step foot in her house because we're excited to be home to the motherland. Okay. We get in there and now it's dinner time. And she has plates on the table for the kids that grew up in the house. And she has a plate on the table for me and my sister who was stolen years ago. And she says, "Oh, my daughters, because you didn't grow up here, my children get to eat free that grew up here, but because you were stolen and you're just coming back, I have to charge you $20 for a plate." So me and my sister, we're so happy to be home. We're confused. We pay her $20 for a plate. Okay. That's the cocoon. That's y'all giving us different prices for shit. Okay. Now we're at our mother's house and we're enjoying being there. We see something's a little weird, but we enjoy being back home with our mother. We decide we want to stay. And she goes, "Oh, you want to stay a little longer? You're going to have to pay me $1,000 every year to stay here." That's the residency. Now we're paying her for residency, even though she invited us home after we were stolen from her. Okay. Now we pay the residency. And then we decide, you know what? We want to get on the birth certificate. We kind of like it here. It's a little weird, but we comfortable enough to stay here. And she tells us, "Oh, in order for you to stay here, I have to put my name on your birth certificate. That's going to be $3,000 each, please. And then I will put your name on the birth certificate and you will become a family member." That's the citizenship. That's the citizenship. So how are we home if we got to pay y'all? Why aren't the visas free? If this is home, why don't you make this visa free for us? If this is home, why do we have to pay to be a resident? If this is home, why isn't our citizenship automatically given to us?
That's because many of them don't see you as their people. They try to get people to move to Ghana, not back to Ghana. That's because the Black American folks, they're not from there, right? They're from America. They're born and raised in America. But
right, our indigenous lineage is from here. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So, like, this whole movement shows the degenerate process that these people have, and they try to throw a lot of this degenerate culture on us. We're not taking it anymore. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to allow this degenerate culture to be spread among our people. You see what I'm saying? That's just real. We got to be like that. You see what I'm saying? Hold on, we're gonna get into some more conversations dealing with this whole immigrant thing. I do want y'all to catch wind of this real quick, because it's a couple Hispanics that was speaking on a couple situations that I want y'all to check out. So before we even get into that, let's get into it, because I don't know how to feel about this. I want y'all to get into the comment section and let me know. Now, this is a conversation. It's not that long, just a quick clip of George Lopez explaining his frustration with other Mexican and Latino people abandoning their culture to practice American culture. All right, so if y'all ready to get into that, let's go.
Are only doing it because they think if they abandon their culture and assimilate completely, they'll be fully accepted as Americans, when in reality, they will never be seen as anything but a brown person and will also be on the chopping block when the deportation gangs come to your little bubble. Who said that? I said that. Guys cheering on Trump are only doing it because
Why snap like
they
that?
abandon their culture and assimilate completely, they'll be fully accepted as Americans, when in reality, they will never be seen as anything but a brown person and will also be on the chopping block when the deportation gangs come to your little bubble. Who said that? I said that.
See, they're now doubling and saying what we've been saying. You niggas on the chopping block too. What y'all thought y'all was going to be ridiculed and exempt from the brutal reality, the brutal reality of what's going on around here? And so I want y'all to listen to this other Hispanic guy goes into detail about the N-word usage.
So look, there's been this debate about if Mexicans could say the N-word, or, you know what I'm saying, depending on where we from, all this other shit. And there's also been this debate about how what OT said, he's in a room full of blacks talking about what y'all gonna do about it, you know. And I just seen what Sauce Walker posted too, and I'm like, man, let me touch on this. So Sauce Walker say, if LT was in a room full of gorillas, you're not finna say that. And I pretty much agree with that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not finna walk into a room full of black people and just be like, what's up, nigga? And what y'all gonna do about it? I'm gonna say it, you know what I'm saying? All this other shit. Because that ain't the way I was raised, you know what I'm saying? That just feels disrespectful, you feel me? Mexicans say that shit as, what's up, my boy? What's up, homie? What's up this? What's up that? What's up, my nigga? What's good? You know, we say that shit around amongst each other a lot. I grew up, my uncles were saying it, my dad was saying, like, people were already saying.
Y'all shouldn't be saying it is the point that we're trying to get to, though. That's the point that we're trying to get to. Y'all shouldn't even be saying it at all.
There's been this debate about if Mexicans can say the N-word or, you know what I'm saying, depending on where we from.
Y'all got your own words to use. Why do you want to attach yourself to somebody else's culture? That's what we're trying to ask you guys.
All this other shit. And there also been this debate about how what OT said, he's in a room full of blacks talking about what y'all gonna do about it, you know. And I just seen what Sauce Walker posted too, and I'm like, man, let me touch on this. So Sauce Walker say, if LT was in a room full of gorillas, you're not finna say that. And I pretty much agree with that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not finna walk into a room full of black people and just be like, what's up, nigga? And what y'all gonna do about it? I'm gonna say it, you know what I'm saying? All this other shit. Because that ain't the way I was raised, you know what I'm saying? That just feels disrespectful, you feel me? Mexicans say that shit as, what's up, my boy? What's up, homie? What's up this? What's up that? What's up, my nigga? What's good? You know, we say that shit around amongst each other a lot. I grew up, my uncles were saying it, my dad was saying, like, people were already saying it, so it's already in my vocabulary. So I agree with OT, like, what you gonna do about it as far, like, who really gonna take it out of my vocabulary because it's been there so long. I say it in my music, and I don't say it towards black people. I say it like towards dudes, males, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and let's be clear. Let's bring up the early history of Hispanics in Texas, Mexico, and other southern United States areas when they first came in contact into our community. When y'all referred and used the N-word, y'all used it just like racist white people said it. When y'all first start using it, there was a big conflict. We wasn't always in those communities. And Texas is a little more blended within our community than most places, but even there was a lot of race war and beef within the middle schools, high schools, and even far as the prison systems, even going back to as far as the Mexican gang Tango Blast, they refer to us as niggers. And that's not a friendly endearment term the way they refer to it. We know that.
And like, man, them niggas over there tripping, man. It don't matter if they white, black, them niggas over there acting stupid, like whatever the fuck it is, you know what I'm saying? And you can take it however you want it. That's just how that's just how we talking. We already here, we already doing it, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you don't gotta accept it, you know what I'm saying? But as long as Mexicans ain't doing it in a disrespectful way, they really shouldn't be really too much of a debate. Like, we know what the fuck going on, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
We don't know shit. We know that y'all try your hardest to try to blend into our culture and try to be Mexican versions of Aboriginal / FB Americans. And when we check you about our culture, it's just going to be like that. Because what if we just came around a bunch of Hispanics and we were like, what's up, my Bina? You feel me? What's up, my wet Becky? You feel me? What's up, my Bina? They be like, what, you just call me a beaner? No, I ain't call you no beaner. I said a beaner. I didn't use the ER, fam. I used the A when I said beaner. Come on, bro. That's some degenerate ass thinking.
We've all been through high school not that long ago. We all done said it. We all done heard it. We all done been around it. We all done all of that. There's Mexicans that we don't give a fuck if they say it. There's people that say it in the wrong way. You know, there's all of that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as a real Mexican from Texas, you know what I'm saying, from Houston at that, we've been saying this shit, you know what I'm saying? So we not from Cali. My first time in Cali, they were like, Mexicans don't say this shit at all, like at all, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, it's that serious over here. But
nah, they don't say that. That's why y'all shouldn't be saying it. My Bina? What up, my Bina? Damn, what's cracking, my Bina? Damn, look at them beaners over there, man. Them niggas, man, them beaners over there tripping, bro. Hey, Bina, hit me a taco. I mean, a burrito, Bina. Hurry up, Bina. Come on, this shit don't even make sense. And nigga be like, oh, you ain't supposed to be saying that. That's derogatory. No, it's not. I didn't say beaner. I didn't say the ER on it. I'm putting the A on it instead of the ER. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, come on. They shouldn't be allowed to use this particular term. I need everybody to hit that like button and share the live stream. And if you're really enjoying the live stream, support the channel, man. Let's get at least 10 people out of 136 to support the channel. We can get at least 10 people to hit that cash app today. Don't be bogus. We got 2 already, so we need 8 more to go.
Texas is not really like that. You know what I'm saying? We grew up saying that shit. But yeah, so I'm not gonna walk into a room of gorillas and be, man, what's up, niggas? And what y'all gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? That's not the way I'm gonna use it. My thing is, and I say it, me and black people, we talk all the time, you know what I'm saying? So, and I don't say that too much, you know what I mean? Because you never know how they're gonna feel about it. You know what I mean? You really, Mexicans really say that shit around black people. Black people already accept that shit and know what's good and know he good, and you know what I'm saying, don't mean no harm and shit. But Mexicans really say it amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't really go too crazy with that shit in front of blacks. You know what I'm saying? That's just on the respectful
side. You saying nigga right now on the social media, which is gonna go to millions of people, and I'm pretty sure out of those millions, a few million is gonna be blacks. What are you talking about? Come on, my wetty back. My beta, you tripping, little wetty back. And I'm not being racist. I'm saying wetty. I didn't say wet. I'm saying wetty. You got an A at the end. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not being racist.
But we still gonna say it, and who the fuck really gonna do anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, so look, it's been this debate.
We gonna say it, and who the fuck really gonna do anything? So this is how these immigrants feel when they speak on us, man. This is how they feel when they talk to us. I don't think we should allow this type of degenerate ass behavior to go on amongst our people. It got to be checked on the spot, family. This type of behavior have to be checked on the spot. I don't give a damn who agree, who don't agree. Let me play this next clip from this next Hispanic. I want y'all to hit that like button. Go in, hit that like button, man. We going in. Let's go. Oh no, Sam, my bad, man. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. I'm gonna run it back. I'm gonna run it back. My bad. My bad. My bad. I see y'all in the chat. Calm down. Players fuck up. I'm about to hit the unmute right now.
I learned black culture before I learned mine. My mom came down from El Salvador when she was 15. And my pops had been in the prison system my whole life. So it's not like I had anybody to teach me my culture, where my family came from. But I was going to Oakland schools to where it was like, I did Harriet Tubman's song, Black National Anthem, lift every voice.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Just giving a little backstory of how I came up. I knew all that history before I learned my own, which is why I'm super black and brown. My kids is mixed. My wife black. It's literally part of my life, bro. And it was the moment that we moved to the deep, that's when my whole life changed, because that's what my life became. In my specific neighborhood, right, I was the only Hispanic household on the whole block. Everybody else black. What that did, I felt like we sparked the brain for everybody else, and they did the same for us.
Yeah, man. That's the beautiful thing about the Bay.
You know what I mean?
So how do y'all feel about this Mexican talking about he came up? And it do be situations like that, but we're not talking about these one individuals that might get the culture. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about these one particular person that might get the culture. We need to have somebody that is absolutely substantial about this culture. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we got to know exactly what the hell we talking about. Shout out to everybody that's in the building too, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, thumb up the video, support the channel too, man. We about to cook some more. I do need y'all to hit that like button and support the channel though, right quick. I do need y'all to hit that like button and support the channel, man. Shout out to all my Aboriginals, FBA family in the building. It's always a blessing. It's always a blessing. I think I got another clip lined up. Hold on. Let me see if I got another clip right here. I think I do. Shout out to everybody that is in the building, though. I do need y'all to smack that like button. My damn. Do I got some more clips lined up? Do I got some more clips? Yeah, I do. Hold on one second. My computer acting janky. Let me get into this question right here. We're going to get into this clip right here. This is a pretty lengthy clip, so I want y'all to bear with me. We're going to get into this Latino lady asking for her coalition. They're reaching out to other allies. They're asking now, the Latino community is now asking for the Asian community to help them out. They're now looking for the Asian community to literally help them out, family. I don't know if y'all understand how crucial that is, but yeah, that's pretty dope. So let's get into the conversation right quick. Hit that like button, thumb up the video.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb.
Her content and constantly reaching out to Black people. I want you to check out what the brothers and sisters said actually to her and her response to it. And actually a Latina that's going to, behind her, actually going to have the right response to her people. Let's go and check this out.
And since y'all want to make this a race issue, let's talk. I have a lot of people in the comments talking about, why are you just talking about African Americans? Why are you just asking for our support? Why are you not asking white people? Why are you not asking Asian people? Let me tell you something. If it's not clear by now, they have never been part of the fight. And that's not to come for you guys, but the majority is not the minority, right?
Did y'all hear that? Let me run that back just a little bit for those that's coming in. Shout out to my brother Reginald Jones, being the first person to support today's live stream. We do appreciate that. Shout out to my brother Reginald Jones. Don't let Reginald be the only FBA or Aboriginal to support. Golly.
Why are you not asking white people? Why are you not asking Asian people? Let me tell you something. If it's not clear by now, they have never been part of the fight. And that's not to come for you guys, but the majority is not the minority, right? Black and brown are the minority in this country. We have had a lot more issues than any other race in this.
No. Don't try to say we. It ain't no we in this. We don't speak French. You are a Hispanic with Asian genetics, and you're complaining about your Asian counterparts not helping you. Now, don't try to add we in it. We don't need none of y'all help. We don't want y'all help. We not with y'all.
Asking Asian people. Why are you just asking for our support? Why are you not asking white people? Why are you not asking Asian people? Let me tell you something. If it's not clear by now, they have never been part of the fight. And that's not to come for you guys, but the majority is not the minority, right? Black and brown are the minority in this country. We have had a lot more issues than any other race in this country. So, you know, by default, you would kind of think like we would stand together, you know, having.
No. You don't pick and choose when we gonna stand together. Y'all wasn't in none of our gripes. Y'all ain't been standing up for us. Fuck these niggers. That's what y'all like to say. Fuck the blacks, man. All these freaking mighty cones, man. We're not helping these mayates, man. We're gonna do our own thing at the Ketavaya, at the Cinco de Mayo, man. So by default, we delineating. These people are now crying in their bedrooms about us delineating, family. This is the power of delineation. They can't do nothing without
Black
us.
and brown are the minority in this country. We have had a lot more issues than any other race in this country. So, you know, by default, you would kind of think like we would stand together, you know, having a history of so much oppression. And, you know, I'm not trying to discredit anybody else, but we have both been through a lot. This is not even a topic of conversation. Once y'all get over the fact that it's not a race thing, because there is only one race, and that is the human race. And if you guys want to continue,
See, that's what we're not gonna do, family. We're not gonna allow them to come over here with it's only one race. It's only one race. It's just the human race. She left her whole goddamn European, her little Spanish accent. Earlier she was like, "Tati, when I'm talking to tamales." You know what I'm saying? So no, you just switched it up. You just switched it up, little taco. No offense. You keep talking about the black and brown coalition. We should be standing together. We got to beat the justice like we beat the pinata. Leave it a la Vesta Mexica.
we have both been through a lot. This is not even a topic of conversation. Once y'all get over the fact that it's not a race thing.
Listen, Chinese lady, who you think you fooling, me young? You know what I'm saying? Su Young. Su Young, who you think you fooling? You trying to act like you a Mexican, but you really an Asian. Like what type of little freaky mind game are you? You a dude playing another dude disguised as another dude. Nah, you was an Asian lady. You can't fool me. My eyes don't play tricks on me. I know a rice cooker when I see one. You understand me? I instantly heard Kang Jong-won. That's all I heard when she starts King Jong-un.
Because there is only one race, and that is the human race. And if you guys want to continue to put us in separate teams, then we are never going to fix the problem. Truly. If there is no unity, nothing is getting fixed. I'm going to just leave that there.
So I'm getting tired.
Listen here, Holmes. I'm getting tired of you blacks, man. I'm going back to my freaking essay ways, man. I'm not playing with you Vato Mayates, man. We need to come together or nothing else, man. Hey, yo, Chico, is the Patalitos ready? Come on, man. You done came with 3 different motherfucking people around here. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Of seeing videos of my raza, my
Seeing that little lingerie though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna just leave that there.
That Mexican.
So I'm getting tired of seeing videos of my raza.
Why do Mexicans be putting fake birthmarks on their face? This the same lady? I don't think this the same lady.
I'm gonna just leave that there.
So I'm getting tired of seeing videos of my raza, my Latin community, my Hispanic community, calling out Black people, our Black brothers, for not doing what we think that they're supposed to be doing. This revolution is for us. This revolution is ours. It is our turn and our time to stand up for what is right.
Look, they want to be in our shoes so bad. These Hispanics want to be in our shoes so bad. It's our time. It's our time. Man, nobody want to hear that shit, man. It could have been, y'all should have given y'all time in Mexico and fought up. Y'all wanted to arriba and beat on shit like a piñata, wear a sombrero. Y'all should have did that shit in Mexico against the cartel. We don't want to hear this fake revolution. You should have revolutioned your ass back at home. Ho. You tripping.
Doing what we think that they're supposed to be doing. This revolution is for us. This revolution is ours. It is our turn and our time to stand up for what is right. Leave those people alone. If their people want to call them out and ask them to stand in solidarity with us, then let that be so. But I need all my Hispanic and Latinos to leave them alone.
Yes, please. That's the only part I agree with right there. Please leave us the hell alone, on my mama. Shout out to OTK for being the second person to support the channel today. We appreciate that. Shout out to my brother OTK. We appreciate that. For being the second person. 2 people is diabolical. We're supposed to at least have 10. I ain't gonna trip.
Our Black brothers for not doing what we think that they're supposed to be doing. This revolution is for us. This revolution is ours. It is our turn and our time to stand up for what is right. Leave those people alone. If their people want to call them out and ask them to stand in solidarity with us, then let that be so. But I need all my Hispanic and Latinos to leave them alone. If you are not Black.
Man, say it again, little sister. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I went to a quinceañera one time, I think. You see what I'm saying? But no, there's some real sentiments, though. Leave us the hell alone. When you see that we're not getting involved, you see that we're delineating, you see we're not pushing this, and y'all never pushed the Black and brown coalition or unity movement. So why try to start now that y'all ass is getting put on paddy wagons and getting stopped and frisked in the middle of, in the middle of the street? You getting stopped and frisked, now you want to come holler at the big dogs. No, nigga. Y'all better fight the good fight. You understand me? You better fight the good fight. If all of y'all getting ridiculed and discriminated, that should turn you into a rebel. That should turn you into a rebel, and that should turn you. You ain't catch that boy. I said, and Nat Turner into a. I ain't gonna get into those bars, man. That's some battle rap bars for y'all. But listen, man, they gotta turn up themselves. We not getting involved. You know what I'm saying? We're not getting involved. You know what I'm saying? How many times have we got involved with a lot of these people's mess? Like, let's keep it real. How many times have we got in these people's mess, family? Huh? We got to ask ourselves. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. If you're new to the channel, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. It's your brother Aboriginal Power and the Hood Journalist. All right, so make sure y'all support the channel, man. If you're new to the channel, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. If you're listening in on Twitter, give us a share. Let's get back into it, man. Let's get back into what this nonsense is being said. Let's go.
Doing. This revolution is for us. This revolution is ours. It is our turn and our time to stand up for what is right. Leave those people alone. If their people want to call them out and ask them to stand in solidarity with us, then let that be so. But I need all my Hispanic and Latinos to leave them alone. If you are not Black, do not call them out. They are not deserving of that. We need to focus on our own, please.
There are two different perspectives there. Now, the woman on the second video, you know, I rock with her all day long and what she has to say. Leave Black people alone. You on your own, do your own thing. But to the first woman, you know, it's more people that agree with the first woman than the second woman, to be honest with you. But I've been seeing, you know, her in my feed constantly saying things about joining together. Well, here's the thing, young lady. The join together should have happened when you didn't need anything. See, it's kind of like somebody only know you when they need something. And then when they get what they want out of you, they cast you to the side. And Black people for a long time have came to the rescue of the Hispanic community every time. Well, I've seen it here locally in Houston. I've seen it nationally with our prominent activists. Always saying Black and brown. Hey, you know, we need to make sure, look out for Black and brown. I know this. I know it. It's only as of recent time. And when I say recent, I mean after the November election. That recent is when Black folks collectively finally said, you know what? Okay. Hey, we're going to worry about ourselves. See, I really had a good run for a very long time of Black people coming to your rescue. What a lot of you are expecting from Black people is a Black Justice League. Let me show you a picture of this for a minute. Right here. This is what y'all think of Black people. Is that when I get in trouble, I can just call the Black Justice League and they're going to come out and fight the U.S. government for me. They're going to fight employers. They're going to fight whoever, because that's all, because they are the Justice League of America. Only Black people. When in trouble, call us, the Asians. Oh yeah, look what they doing to us during the pandemic. When they was being attacked by the folks, they were calling the Black Justice League too. Everybody looked to us for everything. They don't look to the Asians. They don't look to nobody else. They look just to us. Why have we been anointed as the people to stand up to be the Black Justice League? Why us? Why? As that woman said, is no race but the human race. Well, you human beings, get out there and fight. Why should we sit up here and go fight for you constantly? And then it's the thing. It'd be one thing if we fought for you and then you reciprocated and appreciated it. But no, we have fought for you. We have saved you so many times. And then you turn around with your Latin gangs that literally turned into the Klan, firebombing Black people out of their communities, trying to run them out there in LA. If they go in a Hispanic neighborhood at night, you're trying to take their life, chasing them down the street, doing God knows what to the women in our community. But we supposed to come out there and act like a shield in front of the U.S. government, the National Guard, ICE, LAPD, and the Marines, and fight for you when you caused it. You caused this problem. ICE was just going over there, pick up the people they need to pick up, and they're going about their business. Y'all decided to go pick a fight with ICE, and it escalated. And then now since it escalated, now you want Black people to come out and no. How dare y'all sit up here and try to want us to get in the issue that you caused? You caused that. ICE didn't do to somebody like George Floyd.
Right. That's a fact.
It wasn't that kind of situation. ICE pick up people every day. That's their job. They're separating families. And they separate a lot of Black families too. They separated fathers from the household, mothers from the household, kids from the household. We know about them separating families. We went through mass incarceration and still dealing with mass incarceration. If anybody understands being separated from their family, it's black people. What in the hell make you any different? How come you're different? How come you being separated from your father is different than us being separated from our fathers? How come you being separated from your grandmama or whoever else is any different from us being separated from our grandmamas? Because let's call it what it is. If our father committed a crime, he got separated. Your father committed a crime by coming over here illegally, he gets separated from you. That's the way it works. And all they mostly doing is put him on flights to get him out of here. It's not like your father is going to be locked up for 30 years and you got to go and see him in opportune times. If your father's deported back to whatever country your father would get deported to, you can pack your bags up and go over there with your daddy. If you really loved your daddy, you'll go be with him. You wouldn't stay here. So don't give me that, oh, he has a family and his family can go right with him where he at too. He don't have to be in that country alone. What kind of crap is that? If something happened to my family, I'm going to be where my family at. It's just that simple. I don't want to hear all that separating people. American citizens every day is separated from their family. What makes you any different? What makes you special? See, the problem is, and I'm going to keep repeating this statement, and I'm going to drill this in your head. Freedom without sacrifice breeds entitlement. And a lot of you have experienced a lot of freedom that was from the sacrifice of my ancestors. And because you didn't have to sacrifice, you didn't have to get bit by dogs. You didn't have to get jailed. You didn't have to get killed. You wasn't put on trees by the Klan. You wasn't firebombed in your churches. Your women and girls weren't gang violated on the weekend just for fun. Y'all wasn't put through a Jim Crow. You understand? You didn't go through the March on Selma. You didn't go through any of that. You came over here after, if you look at the mass immigration of people into this country, it was after the 1965 immigration bill. You came in after the work was done, after Bull Connor wasn't messing with black people like that no more. You didn't get the fire hoses. You didn't get the dogs. You came in after all the work was done, and now you're entitled. And that's our problem as black Americans. You have become so entitled because you didn't sacrifice for nothing. You come over here talking about you want a better life, and you're talking about, well, I just work. Well, I wish that's all we had to do as black people. It's just work and have a better life. I wish that's all we had to do. That we have to deal with any of that crap that I just mentioned. There's a lot of brothers and sisters that died, and you're enjoying the fruits of that. And then you got the nerve to say, I shouldn't be separated from my family, when a lot of us were separated from our families a whole lot of times, still being separated from our families now. George Floyd was separated from his family. Breonna Taylor was separated from her family permanently. Alton Sterling, Eric Garner, so many people have been permanently separated from their family. Philando Castile. So many people in our community have been permanently separated. At least ICE isn't permanently separating you from your family. They deport them, and they can call you, say, hey, I'm over here, and you can get on a plane and go see your daddy, go see your mammy, and anybody else that get deported. You can go see them. ICE not out here taking y'all life. That's what I do know. So I don't want to hear all that mess about separating and y'all caused the problem. Y'all caused the problem. Y'all have now got it escalated where the Marines are coming out. The Marines. Y'all did that. So why should we get in the front of that? For you? No. And then the Marines they're sending is the most, from what I've been hearing, the most angriest group of Marines ever. They're not the laid back ones. That's what I've been hearing. So now they're going to send those Marines at you because of what you caused. And you want to fight them because you're so entitled that you don't have to follow the laws of the United States of America. Once again, the freedom you...
It's a lot of people that's mad at them. Their own people mad. Like, why y'all bringing this heat on us? You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of those people that's like, now they bringing this heat on us. It don't look good. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, now it's done cause where the military is now invoking war on these particular people. I don't think y'all understand how crucial that is. You see what I'm saying? So let's get into the next segment of the video. I want y'all to hit that like button, thumb up the video, support the channel. It's your brother Aboriginal Power. We got a lot to get into. If y'all ready to get into this next clip, I need y'all to drop those fire emojis in the chat. All right, let's go.
He's on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Well, I've been watching these LA riots and these protestings that is going on, and I just want to understand, why are we flying Latin American flags if we're trying to prove to people that we too are American, that we too are just as American as everybody else? Why are you flying that Mexican flag? Why are you waving that Guatemalan flag? Please help me understand. A lot of people have also been saying, oh, well, California used to be part of Mexico. And Mexico took that land from Native Americans. Also, the fact that a lot of Latinos don't want to fly the American flag because they think that it's a colonizer's flag, yet have the audacity to fly a Mexican flag, another colonizer's flag, is so beyond stupid to me. It just shows how ignorant.
I agree. Why the hell are y'all flying y'all flag in our country who oppress y'all, and y'all fled to the country who saved y'all? Y'all should be flying the flag of the country who saved y'all.
American flag because they think that it's a colonizer's flag, yet have the audacity to fly a Mexican flag, another colonizer's flag, is so beyond stupid to me. It just shows how ignorant our community is. That Mexican flag was not made by indigenous people. It was made by colonizers as well in 1821. I also really want to know, where was all of this chaotic energy when under the Biden administration, they couldn't all of a sudden track down 300,000 children? Where was this energy? Where was this energy when it was known that the Biden
Selena Lopez
administration was not even tracking down all of the kids that were being trafficked? Where was this energy? As someone who was born and raised in Guatemala and then came to the United States, it pisses me off how a lot of you Latinos are out here destroying our own communities here in the United States and then making us as Latin Americans look bad. Do you think this is what people want? Do you think people are asking for you to destroy the United States? No. People want you to address what is going on in Latin America. See, all of this stuff is going on. See, a lot of our people are escaping Latin America because the moment we come to the United States, we completely forget about our homeland. We completely forget about the real issues. We don't want to.
Right. That's why they fled. They fled so they can forget about it. They fled so they ain't got to deal with it. They fled so they ain't got to protect and defend their culture. They just going to abandon and use somebody else's culture. Keep talking, sis. All right. Go ahead. She got them Negro lips. Somebody said Olmec lips on the Mexican head. That's
asking
crazy.
For you to destroy the United States? No. People want you to address what is going on in Latin America. See, all of this stuff is going on. See, a lot of our people are escaping Latin America because the moment we come to the United States, we completely forget about our homeland. We completely forget about the real issues. We don't want to address and educate ourselves on all the plantations that are in Latin America. But how many Latin Americans love their Starbucks? How many Latin Americans love their Dunkin' Donuts and their McDonald's and all of these stupid things that is literally enslaving our own people? How many? Too many. You know what Latinos will boycott? Coca-Cola, but then we'll turn around and drink Pepsi. It also makes me upset that we want to talk about la raza this, while flying that Mexican flag. Well, let me tell you something. What that Mexican government does to other Central Americans, they unalive them, baby. Whenever you cross that Mexican border, guess what? You get unalived if they catch you.
Now, she addressed
Now, that's a lot to take in. I'm going to let Phil explain a little bit. Then
quite a few things, but let's get into this foreign flag thing. And why should a lot of Americans take a big issue with them waving foreign flags in the middle of destruction? Usually when you go to war and you go, fight, you defeat an enemy, you raise your flag of your nation and put your flag down as, this is my territory now. I have defeated this enemy, and we're no longer waving the flag of the person that I defeated. Now we're waving my flag. So seeing them raise this foreign flag while they're doing destructive things in America is, almost like an act of war. You understand what I'm saying? This is why people are starting to take an issue with it. Now, I had a conversation about this, I think a couple of times actually, with a lot of the, journalists here within the company. And I had asked all of them, they're from different countries like Nigeria and Ethiopia and Kenya and South Africa. And, and I asked them, I say, how would Nigerians or Ethiopians or Kenyans or South Africans, how would they feel if a group of Americans came in, let's say like 1,000 Americans, and these Americans are protesting, waving American flags, causing chaos.
It'd be a lot of these coons and these tethers that's in the political field that allow these large influx of immigrants to come over here, like AKA Swollen Roly Poly Martin. Are y'all familiar with Swollen Roly Martin, AKA Angry Bird? Let's let
people. Yeah, y'all chilling. Yeah, y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know. If I had to do a roll call of all them Simple Simon Negroes, yeah. If I had to, don't get me started. I could run the tables on Vicky Dillon, Boyce Watkins, Tariq Nasheed.
Man, you not running no circles around nobody. Tariq Nasheed already dogged you out in the conversation. You just be like this. You be stuttering and shit.
Boyce Watkins, Tariq Nasheed, Umar Johnson, Philip Scott. Oh yeah, Black Authority. All y'all. Look at them, they chilling. Look at them. They chilling for the Democrats. They just chill. Yeah, look at y'all just shit. We gonna have a topic coming up next. They ain't saying nothing how under a Democrat appointee on the FCC changed the damn law when it came to how many folks were getting overcharged for making phone calls in prison. Republicans got in and said, no, we throwing that out. We just gonna discuss that next. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot, Nola, what no tangibles. Yeah, all y'all FBA, B1, ADOS assholes. Well, guess what? All that complaining y'all did, welcome to Trump MAGA America.
All right, we're in the building. We are in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I am in here, you in here. Round of applause to you. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause to you. We've got a lot of people in the building so far. We are in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Tap In with me. I am your gracious host. I am Tariq, as you all know. And we're going to chop up some great game, as we always do, ladies and gentlemen. And boy, we got everybody up in here early. That's a great thing. Let me shout out some of the regulars real quick. Some of our beautiful family in here.
We got, I see Stones down there. I see Rep. I see Ronnie. I see Ania Saru. I see Sweets, Maroc, Rhonda, Keisha. I see Brother Highland. I see Ty Powell. I see Miss Trinity, the atavist. I see Welsing in the building. I see Miss Skyline. I see Love I Am. I see Soul Food. I see Nicety Girl, Brother Ra. I see Sister Brooke. And I see James Lewis. And I see the legendary Tethanator in the building. Much respect. Respect to you and the family. So everybody, if you could give me a nice retweet, let everybody know that we are indeed live right now. Now, first thing I want to talk about, your boy Roland Martin. Roland and the Democrats, I guess Roland and those guys got the email from the DNC to start attacking the Black grassroots, the FBA grassroots. They must have gotten that email to attack the influencers. Roland was on his show the other day. Basically talking about us, the Black grassroots. What's up, Nikki the God? I see you, beloved. So he's on there babbling. They got some kind of email. Right now, the Democrats, their numbers are in the tank right now. The Democrats are hemorrhaging right now. The Democrats are so down bad, it's pathetic. Their numbers are in the tank. As we saw in the last election, they got washed. They don't have no real contender for the next election. So it's looking very bad for the Democrats. They just put out an article the other day talking about how young Black American voters aren't rocking with them like that. Well, that's the death blow right there. They were talking about how a lot of the young Black voters are just abandoning the Democrats right now. And I told y'all, they're going to put up a whole bunch of excuses, but they know why this is. They know why this is. This is because the Black grassroots is waking up a lot of people, especially.
Hey, big bro, Master Chef. Shout out to my homie Master Chef. Good to see you in here. The call-in number is ticking across at the bottom of the screen. That's 916-587-9293. All right, if you guys want to call in.
The Boule class, they're compromised. The Boule class, like Roland and the Urban League and people like that, these are extensions of the Democrat Party. These are auxiliaries of the Democrat Party. So they're not going to give you any information in good faith. They are given grants, kickbacks, and payments to toe the line for whatever agenda the Democrat Party wants you to see. So now there's a situation with the guy who was involved with killing Breonna Taylor, one of the cops. He's getting some kind of little slap on the wrist, and now the Democrats are trying to blame Trump. Now, when the Democrats were in office, all this time, Trump just got in office a few months ago. The Democrats have been in office for the last 4 years. They didn't do nothing to those dudes who harmed Breonna Taylor. Biden's administration didn't really do nothing severe or put no real charges on those guys. They could have done that. They didn't. See, they want to play that hot. They'll sit up here and not do nothing and then wait till Trump get in and be like, see, Trump letting them go. Look at Trump. No, we're not letting them play that game no more. The Democrats had every opportunity in the world to do something about those people who harmed Breonna Taylor, and they didn't do anything. So we're just not letting them play that hot potato game. So they're using that now. That's like one of their talking points. And so Roland was on his show. Like, I run these people. I run them around the table. Vicky Dillard. I'll name them. Vicky Dillard. Tyreek Nasheed. Phil Scott. The Black Authority. You know. So basically, yeah, they didn't send him an email. They didn't send him an email on who to attack.
They done sent him an email, and he's doing all. And these FBAs, these stupid ass FBAs, you fool, stupid fool. I told you that's what they're gonna have him out here cursing. They don't have no other play. They don't really have no other play. The name of the game is to shame us. You understand? We got to understand the Democrats. They're sending their shield operatives to basically what they want to do is discredit the black grassroots now. See, they always use rolling big old fat pickle juice drinking ass to go out here and try to shame and guilt trip foundational black Americans into supporting the damn Democrats for nothing, just using these weird scare tactics. We ain't falling for no more. So when we talk about real justice and real accountability, we get attacked. Y'all stop asking for some accountability. When Trump get in office, what you think he gonna do? Everything is about deflecting and what Trump ain't gonna do and what the Republicans ain't gonna do. So we're not getting fooled by that no more. And the Democrat Party, they are preemptively targeting us black independent thinkers because they know we are a political threat. I've been saying that. They know we're a political threat to them. Foundational grassroots media, we're seen as a threat to that democratic power, not allies. See, these attacks, they know we can't really be bought off. We're not interested. They know some of us on the grassroots, I ain't trying to go to the Boule brunch or the NAACP picnic and the Urban League line dance. We ain't trying to hang out with these idiots. I'm not trying to get Jasmine Crockett weave strands on me. None of that. I'm good. We don't really want to be in that spot. We don't want to be in the white ass kissing juke joint. So we're not allies. They know that when you talk to us, it's going to be about some tangibles. You understand? They understand the influence we have over here. So what they want to do is undermine that independent black voting bloc who's not going to vote blindly for symbolisms and no substance. We're just not doing that. And they know better than to sit down and have a real conversation. Well, I'm telling you, I done said this. If I'm talking to one of these politicians, anybody, if I go talk to one of these people who's in power, who is in office, I'm coming out that meeting with something for everybody. They know what it is. If I go up in there and talk to somebody, we gonna get something. I'm gonna be like, hey, y'all, we didn't get all the money, but I got like some land grants so we get to live free in Oklahoma. Something. I'm gonna get something. I ain't gonna be in there buck dancing and all that old bullshit. I'm gonna be talking about some business. We gonna get out that bitch with something. You know? So the Democrats now, what they're trying to do.
Like I said earlier when I brought up the conversation, when I was trying to bring up how these immigrants bring over degenerate culture, I'm gonna get back to this clip as well. But there was another clip that I thought was interesting. You see what I'm saying? So we're gonna get to that in just a second. All right, let's go.
They're trying to clean up the mess that they made by blaming us who pointed out their. We've been pointing out the little slick stuff that's been going on with the Democrats and waking people up to the con game. So they know what we're saying is true. They know that we keep showing you all the little bait and switch maneuvers that they do. And I pointed out something the other day. They had Jasmine Crockett, speaking of her. She was out there doing this speech and she started off talking about black people. We're going to be affected with the voting rights, black people. And, there's Latinos who be targeted too. And, a lot of people of color and minors. She just went right down the list. She went down all of the little think tank talking points. This is what they tell them. They tell them to start off black and then work your way down to Latino, minority, people of color. What was that other term? It was another term that they used. It's a new term. I forgot what it was. It was like communities of common sense. What was that other term, guys? I talked about that the other day. It was communities of common cause, something. I forgot what it was. But yeah, there's a new term that they're trying to work out now. And if some of y'all can remind me of what that term is, because I just said it the other day and I forgot what it was. FBA Buddha. Let me see if my brother can help me out with that. FBA Buddha, what's up, brother?
Yeah, we can't remember the term, but we're not falling for that. Oh, now a lot of these Latinos are doubling back on their words. Oh, you was right, and this is our fight, and we should stand up together. And the Asian dudes, oh, I see what you're saying now, that we're being discriminated against. We're not falling for that. We're not falling for that at all.
Now that the block is hot for them, they're trying to act dumb. They're trying to rewrite history as if there was a misunderstanding and they just didn't know and they just needed more evidence. Let me tell you, let's be real. These people are exploitive. We ain't falling for that. Let's join together in unity. Nah, we still gonna be out here chilling. See, people like that, they benefited from anti-black racism.
Shout out everybody in the building, man. Drop those fire emojis. You can hear and see everything pretty clear. I want to make sure it's good on you guys. And shout out to the brother, Country Ray. Shout out to my brother, Country Ray. He said, "Blow up, my nigga." You already know, fam. We're gonna make this whole thing blow up. You know what I'm saying? That's a real awakening to our people as the Aboriginal FBA people. Shout out to Country Ray.
Because a lot of these people targeting us were Hispanic cops too. So these people were cashing in on anti-blackness until the system turned on them. And that's not a coalition that they want to have. What they want FBA protection. They don't want unity. They need protection, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be very clear. When people run around at the last minute, when shit gets hot and they start talking about it, we need unity, black and brown, my brother. No, what you want is protection. You want that FBA muscle. You want that media savvy that we have. You want that social media savvy we have, that protest power that we have, so you can be defended by us because the block is hot. That's a transaction masking solidarity. That's not solidarity. See, folks like that, they'll sit up here and dismiss the black struggles in order for them to maintain their proximity to whiteness. These folks were aligned with the white narratives that criminalized us, dehumanized foundational Black Americans. They sat up here and said our experiences were exaggerations, just like the white supremacists do. But then these other people try to act like they just didn't know better. No, you knew better, because you thought your anti-blackness would make you feel safer and closer to white. Now that they done turned on that ass, you ain't about to fight them. You ain't used to fighting them, and y'all never fought them. You ain't never fought the damn white supremacists. You're not going to fight what you aspire to be. Yeah? That's why they want to wheel us in on that fake black-brown coalition. See, now that the boot is on your neck, y'all want to cry unity. So y'all sit up here and rationalize our pain, and hell no. But when the immigration trucks pull up, all of a sudden you discover empathy. Now, that's not a revelation. That's you in survivor mode. You know? And see, these folks, we don't warn them. We tried to tell them. We didn't warn these people for years. We've been saying, hey, man, systematic racism is real. Police brutality is real. If you're not white, they'll turn on you. Institutional oppression is real. And they were like, well, shit, I'm about to get inaugurated into whiteness, so damn what you saying. And now the graduation didn't happen. Oh, you flunked. You got sent back to the 12th grade. Oh, you didn't graduate. You thought you were going to graduate to whiteness. And they're like, nope, take your ass back to class. No. Your assimilation didn't happen like you needed it to happen. No, that graduate, you didn't get your cap and gown. So now you want to sit here and act like we brothers in the struggle. Nah. We cool. See, they thought oppression of us was going to be a shield for their group. See, a lot of these people, man, they're real comfortable just as long as we are the main targets. They ain't got no problem. They know that we get targeted, and you thought, okay, long as y'all keep the foot on their necks, we got immunity. So that's not a coalition. That's a buffer class behavior. You knew you were the buffer class. Please don't let people act dumb. Don't give them that out. I hate when people kind of give them an out. When people start, well, racism, a lot of people are just ignorant. They just don't know. We got to teach them about Black struggle. Nah, they ain't teaching nobody shit. They know. I ain't about to teach you shit. Give me my money. Give me my compensation and sit your ass down to get out my face. I ain't teaching nobody nothing. Y'all know what it is. You know, these people never show up for our causes, but they want us to show up for them. Come on now. When it came to Trayvon Martin, I ain't forget. I've been out in these trenches for a minute. I remember everything. I remember who was riding and I remember who wasn't. And I know who wasn't riding ever was the Hispanic community as a collective. Them organizations, they didn't speak out against no George Zimmerman. To this day, they never spoke out against George Zimmerman killing our young brother like that. They never spoke out against Officer Yanez killing Philando Castile. No. Some of those other Hispanic officers that was involved with the George Floyd thing, there was some Hispanic officers in that mix too. Now they want us to support their causes. Now that's a parasitic alliance. That ain't no damn coalition. We ain't doing that parasite shit. You dig? And they haven't disavowed the anti-Blackness that shaped their views. You know? There's no evidence of them unlearning or challenging the anti-Black bias that they have in their community like that. You know? Any coalition they build will continue to center Black labor and ignore Black needs. You know? So they try to collapse all oppression into a minority struggle. They ain't got the memo. We ain't doing minority right now. We're very, very lineage focused on everything. That's killing the game right now, fam. I'm telling you, we are shaking the damn table because we're so lineage based. We're focusing on FBA business. Folks don't know how to goddamn act out here right now. They're scrambling. You understand? They are scrambling like a mug right now. So now that all of this sudden empathy is performative, it's self-serving, it's not about justice. This is about fear. They're not fighting to end all oppression. See, when we fight, foundational Black Americans, we're fighting for everybody. We're like, nobody should be discriminated against. See, this dude and others, they're just begging for help because his illusion of safety, that's been shattered. So that they don't want equality. They just want relief from consequences. That's not no real coalition. See, we, foundational Black Americans, we would get out here and stomp for issues that really didn't benefit us at all, like immigration. We were stomping for that. Like, hey, make that shit equal. Don't have racial quotas on immigration. Make it equal. Let everybody over here. Black folks, let everybody. We were doing stuff like that. We made sure that it was equal all across the board. You see. And then people come in and try to exploit that. And we're calling everything out. We ain't being exploited by nobody. We're not going to be exploited by the Hispanic community. We ain't going to be exploited by the African and the Caribbean community, no matter how much they cry, kick and scream now that they're being checked. They're running around here. Oh, you niggas hate. Why do you hate Africa so much? Y'all can say that bullshit. That little Jedi mind trick. Checking you and not letting you disrespect us ain't hating Africa. Nobody hates Africa more than you. We ain't about to be exploited by you, your community. You're not going to make us generic Africans. And we ain't about to be exploited by that funky ass African Union and that little con game that they're trying to play. And I know we've been talking about that. I talked about that on my Sunday show. And everybody knows that little play that they're trying to do. They're trying to say the diaspora is the sixth region and we're going to fight for reparations for all black people and then keep the money over in a pot in Africa. Hell no. I'm cool. I'm cool in the gang. I'm so cool on that. Don't come around talking about reparations now when we all need to get together. Hell no. No. We don't get no benefits from no damn African Union. See, we got to watch people, and then we got to watch these little slick, janky coalitions all across the board. Yeah, because that little African Union farce that they trying to get popping. Listen, we got reparations on the menu. We, foundational Black Americans, out here on the grassroots, we were out here stomping and fighting to get reparations in the public lexicon. We were having grassroots reparations rallies without any media help at all, bringing thousands of people out multiple times. That was us stomping the grassroots, doing stuff like that, making reparations a normalized word in this country and globally. You dig? So now when we get it on out there and we ain't backing down, now people want to get on that bandwagon. Now people want to kind of latch on and have a performative coalition so that they can kind of skim off of it. That's what that African Union thing is. Just some skimming scammers. Let's be very, very clear. Because listen, when we were enslaved by our damn self. We didn't get no goddamn help. When we had to go through Reconstruction, we were on our own. We didn't get no help. Africa didn't help us. When we went to Jim Crow, we had to go through that. We were on our own. Africa did not help us. When we dealt with lynchings, we had to deal with lynchings on our own. Nobody helped us. When we had to deal in the civil rights movement out there with the dogs and the water hoses putting in work, we were on our own for real, for real. Go look at the footage. It was just us out there. Let's stop now. Go look at the footage. It was us out there. Don't let all these other people, I'm marked with Dr. King. Man, let's get the hell out of here. It was us out. When we saw the dogs getting sick on folks, it was just us. We were out there stomping in the mud, putting in work, dealing with the tyranny of the white supremacists. And now, when it's time for compensation, all of a sudden, hello, brother, you are the 6th region. We're all in this together. Hey, let's come home, brother. Let's keep, if we get reparations, let me hold the money because you are my brother. Out of here. That shit. Hell no. Hell to the damn no. I'm cool. No, we did it on our own. We get the money on our own, nigga. That's where I am with it. Man, let me get some folks in here. Let's get some people in here, ladies and gentlemen. Nikki the God, I see you down there. Let's get Violent. Violent in the building. Violent, hop on in, Violent. Let's get Violent.
Hey, Tariq.
Hey, what's up, Violent?
I'm gonna be real with you, Tariq. I have a little bit of a problem with you at the moment.
Right. Now, what's that, Violent?
I just think the way that you speak about these people, these so-called tethers, is so incredibly fucked up, dude. It's so fucked up.
Isn't tethering just as fucked up, though?
Well, yes, but
right. So you should talk about fucked up in a fucked up way, right?
But Tariq, the way you speak on it, do you know
Is there a
the?
positive way to speak on somebody tethering and undermining you? What's the positive way to speak on him?
I'd like to read you something. Could you give me a minute
Hold on.
to
What
pick
the
it?
hell is this? Poetry hour? This ain't a poetry slam. Now, you called before. I forgot. Now, where are you from again?
Colombia.
I know you now. Where are you from?
I don't think that's your business, Tariq.
Okay, so you are a cracker, right?
I guess you could say that, yes.
There you go. But are you a cracker from Europe, or are you a cracker with jalapenos on it? What kind of cracker are you?
The slightly tan kind, I guess.
Okay, Middle Eastern cracker with a little hummus on the cracker. What's on the cracker? I need to know. Man,
I guess there's
is there
hummus on.
mayonnaise, avocado? Is there hummus? What's on the cracker, man? Tell me. Come on, Violent. What's on the cracker?
Okay, if you have to know, I am Persian.
Persian. There you go. Say that. It's okay. It's okay. You're from Iran?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, my family was from
There
Iran.
you go. So there's a little baklava on that cracker. There
Yes.
you mind. Okay.
Okay. Tariq.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes. What is the question?
Do you know about the Rwandan genocide?
Yes, I do. Yes, the Tutsis, Hutus. Yeah, I know about it.
Yeah, the Hutus and the Tutsis. Do you know that during the Rwandan genocide, Hutu Power Radio would broadcast speeches talking about how these people are cockroaches and how they're filth and we must get rid of them in the country? You know about that?
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yes. Don't you think that's something you're kind of doing with these Twitter spaces? Like you're calling them musty, you're calling them big foreheads, you're othering them as savage and alien. That's sort of like what you're doing.
That's not dehuman. I'm calling them cockroaches.
Well, yes, but intent matters. It doesn't matter if you intend to do it. There's someone that could take it that
Now,
way.
do you think? Now let's look at that because you make up a good point about propaganda. Now, do you think people coming over here who are non-FBA getting in political positions, undermining the native people? Do you think that's like the Rwanda genocide to a certain?
In what sense do you mean?
You propaganda. You come over and you deliberately undermine the native people in favor of that immigrant group, and you divert all of the resources to immigrant groups away from the native population. And the population is being deprived of resources while the immigrant groups are getting economically uplifted off the backs of the native population. And these immigrant groups are using propaganda mechanisms like the Shade Room, Immigrant Gossip, Immigrant Owned, Madame Noir, Immigrant Owned, to denigrate society. Do you think that's like the Rwandan genocide, like you described?
Yes, I can see your point with that, Tariq, but you have to keep in mind, you have a bigger
To go there, who's really doing the up shit, right? Because we got a right to say, hey, enough is enough, right?
Yes, you do have the right, Tariq, but again, you have a bigger platform than them. So if anyone's doing harmful stuff, you're going to be the target of that.
Because some of these people got their love in hip hop, all of this stuff. These are immigrants who run these shows, and this is the propaganda that they put out on us. The love in hip hops and the ratchetness. The world star hip hop. That was an immigrant putting these negative images of black people in America out there to the world with numbers, and they've been doing this stuff for years. So that would be more dangerous propaganda of dehumanizing me. I don't do that. I stop people from doing it. I call them out, and we have a right to call them out for trying to dehumanize us and misrepresent us when they're not part of our culture.
You make a good point. I will say that both, maybe you don't think so, but I would say both parties are sort of at fault in this situation.
No, I'm on my homeland. This is my homeland. And when folks come over here to somebody else's spot and show disrespect, they are in error. They are indeed in error. We don't owe nobody anything, and we can protect our community from hostile, colonizing mindset people. And that comes from everybody. That goes for everybody. And that's what we're doing. We're just not going to let people come over here and practice real problem. But
yeah, but Tariq, when you say someone has a big four,
right. Yes, that's what you're just saying the same thing over and over. Yes, mothers have big foreheads. That's a reality. If you got a big forehead, damn it, you got a big forehead. All right, that's not othering. That's just 20/20 vision. There's some people who got big foreheads, and we can recognize that they're not us. That's not a bad thing. I saw a video earlier. This dude sitting up here with a do-rag. He got a do-rag on talking about, I'm Nigerian. Why do y'all hate looking African? We all look the same. Why y'all Black Americans, y'all just hate looking at, you come from us. We're the same people. Why do y'all hate looking African? You're African? No, dude. He's sitting here with a damn do-rag covering up his hairline. We can see you. It's okay. Let me hold your hand, people. Your non-FBAs. Let me hold your hand and talk to you for a minute. It's 2025. If you're walking around outside with a do-rag, that's something that's played out, first of all. It's out of style. And a lot of you wear them do-rags to cover up them hairlines and foreheads because you try to blend in. And we notice. We can see you. And it's okay. That's not to denigrate you when we see you. Hey, brother, what part of Africa you from? What nigga? What is this shit? What? Why are you offended? You hit me. No, I can see you. It's okay. Just because we can recognize you're not a foundational Black American, that don't equal hate. What the is wrong with y'all? These people out of their damn minds. We know what we look like, and we know what you look like. It's fine. Y'all think y'all be blending in like you do. Look, did y'all see this woman? What is her name? God damn it. She's like the head of, she's like some DNC something. Somebody they got from the DNC. What's her title? Hold on, let me look this up real quick. Because we saw a video of her and we put the video up, and a lot of people are questioning some stuff. Hold on, let me see what this woman's name is. Let me see if I can find it real quick while I'm talking. But she is, let me tell y'all what the title is of this woman. Hold on. Let me see. Her name is, hold on. Come on, where's this thing? I hate when I can't find something at the last minute. What's this woman's name? Y'all bear with me 1 second. I'm trying to look it up on my feed. Oh, here it is. Okay, here it is. Her name is Fatima Hayward. She's the president of the Young Democrats of America. So they wheel her out. So the DNC is introducing her. And they're being very vague about her background, but her name is Fatima Hayward. And the vibe is non-FBA. And a lot of people are pointing this out. The vibe is just non-FBA. The wig is shiny, just little stuff like that. I'm not hating, but just little stuff we can kind of tell, man. We can kind of tell, like Big GT right here. This is Big GT. Now he is a musty tether, and he's in the UK. I'm not saying that to demonize him. He's a musty, crooked forehead tether, and that's not to demonize him. Big GT, what's going on, man?
Tariq, did you just compare genocide to your so-called belief of tethering? Did you just do that?
Did I put what now?
Did you compare genocide to your definition of tethering?
Oh, the caller did. He was trying to compare it.
No, you did. You gave the
stop with the bushmeat babble. The caller did. He tried to say us recognizing musty tethers like yourself is genocide. No. If it's going to be something comparable to genocide, the little slick shit that y'all do would be more comparable, right?
Tariq, then you went on and said that don't you think that tethers coming over here and undermining us is genocide? So you tried to compare tethering to genocide, my guy. Do you understand the definition of?
Okay, shut up. What else? Because you're too damn stupid to even engage in that.
I'll get it too.
What else? You're too stupid. What else? Lord, I don't want to hear no tether babble now. You're just stupid as hell. All right, what else, GT? What else is going on? Because I'm not going to sit here and talk in circles with no damn goosey babble. What else is happening, man? GT, come on.
You have to ease up with the mute, my guy. This mute button of yours is like, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, yesterday you said something about kente cloth coming from Indonesia or something like that, my guy. How can hand-woven cloth come from Indonesia? You're talking about printed. You're talking about the printed one that he supplied to the American market. Not kente cloth. Kente cloth is hand-woven. It's handmade.
Oh, y'all don't hand make them things. Them
yes, it's handmade, mate. It's handmade.
Dashikis be coming from Belgium and China and all of the.
You don't know what kente is, my guy. Let's say it.
Y'all get them shits imported. Your flip flops come from India and China. All of that.
It's hand woven, my guy. Kente is hand.
Hand woven is the zebra fur hats you be wearing and shit like that. But other than that, all the clothes, they are imported from China and from all of these other places. GT.
You can't, same like your clothes as well that you're wearing is imported from China, made in Taiwan. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing is made in America. There's no clothes that's made in America, my guy.
We admit
All
it.
your clothes is Taiwanese.
Some is we admit it. All right. Some is we'll admit where our clothes are manufactured and all of that stuff. Y'all
No,
don't.
you didn't. No, you didn't. You tried to shame it like.
No, we'll admit it. Yeah, some of we get our shit imported, and sometimes we'll sew it. But yeah, y'all try to act like you got these factories. No, you don't. You ain't got no
Bro, we got hand woven in the village. It's made handmade in the village. It is a
and the hands, them little ashy hands are out there picking monkeys out of a tree to barbecue them. That's what
Bro,
them little,
it's better than picking rocks off the street side. You know what I'm saying? Like dust. You know what I'm saying? If people know, you know. Anyway, so
wearing that shit you be that ain't hand woven, nigga. That's from the damn Filipino Goodwill. You got that shit from that's some Filipino
anybody with 2 cents.
Filipino hand me downs, my nigga. You dress like
Listen, you don't need to try and mute me every minute that you need to talk, my guy. You know what I'm saying? I'll just let you talk. You know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna musty babble over me, but go ahead. What else is up, GT?
So yeah, so if you need to go and look at the technique, everybody just go Google kente weaving techniques. Don't get your clothes from.
Okay, I didn't mute you. I think you dropped your goosey fork on the phone. All right. Yeah, all right. Are you over there eating breakfast? I know it's early over there right now in the UK. You're never in Africa. What time is it over there, GT?
Why do you have to mute, Tyreek? That's a mute monster, my guy. It's a mute monster. Like,
I did. Nigga, you over there eating some meerkat mac and cheese and you drop
nah,
the
man, don't eat that. Man, eat cocoa yam porridge. You understand? Something is good for you. You know, you don't know about those things there. You know about waffles and golden syrup.
All right, now get your ass off here. I don't want to hear all that bushmeat babble. All right. Dev, what's up, Dev? Dev, are you in here?
Hello?
What's up?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Dev. What's up?
Hey, so how you doing today?
I'm good, Dev. What's going on with you?
Not much, but Tariq, I wanted to ask you. Well, I wanted to kind of go back on the point that you made about the Mexican guy, or what was it, the Hispanic dude? When he said that, they were you said that they were kind of trying to run game on us, basically, saying like, "Oh my God, I didn't know about all these things, but now I see it." And it kind of reminded me of a point that you made back a while back, where you guys talk about this type of stuff, where, for instance, when they go and talk about the things that happen overseas. Remember when everything was kind of going off with the World War III stuff, and we were kind of like, things were getting like kind of crazy, and we're wondering like, hey, we got the sleeper cells, they might do something.
Yeah.
And the thing is that you guys usually mention is that those guys don't usually do anything to black people. They usually leave black people alone.
Right.
So that tells us that these minority groups, they know. They don't, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They know these Arabs, these Asians, and these Hispanics, they all know that right there tells it. And that's just all I wanted to say.
There it is. There it is. Thank you so much, Dale. Mr. Waksabi in the building. Waksabi.
That button by mistake.
Oh, yes. Because yeah, the reception is horrible. So we get that out here. Let's get Regal. Let's get Regal Eagle. Regal Eagle. Mr. Regal Eagle. I want to unmute your microphone, Regal Eagle. All right, Regal. Mr. Regal, go ahead and speak. Unmute that microphone, Mr. Regal Eagle. Jamar.
Hey. Oh.
What's up, Jay?
Hey. I'm trying to be real snappy about this one. Look, I know we really laughing. You had me cracking up for about the last 5-10 minutes, but I gotta press rewind back to my guy Jamal real quick and hope that I don't bring nobody's really heavy moves down from what you just gave us. You had me cracking up. I hope I don't bring myself down. Tariq, hey look, Jamal's that what happened today, I learned from you this morning. I woke up to it, and the notification. I just want to say two things, Tariq. Two things.
Damn, brother, you fucking. Excuse me, I'm sorry. He's struggling with it. Spit it out. Damn. He said, "You got
Jamal's that what happened today. I learned from you this morning. I woke up to it, and the notification. I just want to say two things, Tariq. Two things.
Nephew, take a deep breath.
Today, I learned from you this.
Take a deep breath.
This morning, I woke up to it, and the notification. I just want to say two things, Tariq. Two things. One, the notification came from you this morning. And two, I want to give you your flowers, dude. You know what I'm saying? Your flowers, dude. Jamal was a man. I don't want to. We can't. I don't have the time to get into how awesome he was, but you the same, dude. I mean, I guess the same, but
I feel
you know what I mean. Hey, so crowd, everybody that's listening, except the haters, they can go on and do whatever they was doing or whatever they had going before this. But now, hey, man, I'm glad to be able to spit my voice to be able to give your flowers, dude. Hey,
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, brother.
When there is stank on the streets, there's only one man who will bring the heat.
Hey, Rootwork Jones, why you got to split, sugar?
These musty jive turkeys think it's a game out here. I got to get out here and show them I mean business. Can you dig it?
None of these smelly suckers can relax because Rootwork Jones is back. Is the return of Dolomust, the Sultan of Stank.
Sultan of Stank is crazy. The Sultan of Stank is crazy. Listen, man, shout out to everybody in the building, man. We're gonna keep pushing the on code factor because we're getting on code more and more every day of our brothers that wasn't or now getting on code. Delineation is being expressed amongst our people more and more, and the immigrants and tethers are now realizing they're on their own. Shout out to my Aboriginal FBA family. This your brother Aboriginal Power, and we out this bitch.